Good morning, humanity. It's July 2020. Ooh, that's three 20s. and welcome, folks. This is, again, your favorite part of the week because it's Mondays with Bev and Paul and our dear friend, Howard Chait. Hey, Howard, how
Hey,
are you?
Howard.
Hey, glad to be here.
So Howard is one of our certified bio-touch practitioners up there in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area. That's in Arizona, if you don't know that. And he's also a licensed massage therapist and the producer of Raise the Vibration events. And we'll talk all about that here in the next 20 minutes. Hi, Bev.
Hey, Paul. Hi, Howard. Thanks for being with us today.
Hey, Bev, thanks. Glad to be here. It's great.
All right, take it away, Bev.
Yeah, so inquiring minds, we always want to know. So Howard, why don't you share with everybody how in the heck you found BioTouch? Because you're one of our oldest practitioners.
I think I am. Yeah, it was
As far as length time, he's not older than you, Bev. Let's not
It's
get
actually
let's not get away.
Thanks, Paul.
actually
Anyway,
Howard, half my
why don't you
life.
share with everybody, how BioTouch came into your life?
Yeah, so I was thinking it's half my life I've been doing BioTouch now. So
Wow.
25 years ago,
Wow.
I stumbled. I was down in Tucson at University of Arizona, figuring out what I'm doing with my life. 25 years old, I had traveled around and didn't really know what my purpose was and what was going on. And I actually was living in Boulder for about a year prior, and I had a lady in Boulder who was energy reader, psychic kind of person, saying my family was down in Tucson. So I'm like, what did she talk about, family? And she's like, your spiritual family's in Tucson. So I ended up going, So I ended up going down to Tucson, and a year later, a friend of mine named Hiroshi, who's in Japan now. I think he's still doing BioTouch.
He does. He
believe.
still is an instructor of BioTouch. Yeah.
Okay, so Hiroshi and I became friends, and he introduced me to the center, small center at the time, and I just wanted to get a treatment. He was saying, this will help you, and I was kind of focused on doing massage therapy and chiropractic eventually. So I thought, well, maybe possibly it's something I could learn for future to use with my practice. It ends up that I go in and some big guy named Bear is in there.
Good old Bear, yep.
Yeah, and Bear works on me, and I immediately feel better. And I knew in my heart I met my family, and this was what I was supposed to be doing. So I think there was a certification or an intro class the next month. I took that course, and then I did the certification course, got certified, and here I am. I've been with it ever since.
That's a great story.
Wow. Yeah.
I love it.
I remember old Bear. I still have a shield that he made. He was always making those guys. I was just looking at it the other day. Signed by him in 91 or 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a great guy.
He was quite the guy.
For sure.
Thanks. That's a great story, Howard. I remember a couple years ago, we gave you a pin. First, a new pin that said, what, practitioner for 20 years? Yeah. And here you are 5 years later, still incorporating it. And which leads me to another question that Paul and I want to know. So as we know that BioTouch is very, very integrative. What are your thoughts about how you share BioTouch with others and your suggestions on BioTouch, not just from a practitioner, but you've been a recipient as well. And as you say, it had an impact on changing your life on some levels. So why don't you share some of your thoughts about BioTouch with others? So if we have anybody new, they can get it from somebody besides Paul and I.
Okay. So how I suggest to share it, or how? Okay.
Or how do you think people should bring BioTouch into their lives based on your own experience with it?
Just share, share with, first of all, learn the technique, of course, and then share and use it every day. I know for a while we were doing the the challenge, a 30-day challenge with the greeting. So just being able to do the greeting every day will make an impact on your life as well as the person you're working with, their life. And that's how it multiplies. That's how it grows, just by getting the energy of BioTouch into the world. So
what do you feel? We've been doing this for over 30 years. It's sort of like, what do you feel is sort of in the way of it really being practiced in families, even just doing the greeting, just to get, couples to do it with one another? Why is it so difficult to get people to do that?
it's a good question. I've always wondered that. And I think more than anything, it's our culture and time and how rushed we are. I mean, now that we're on lockdown for a while, it's a little easier because we're more present with our family. But I think in general, when we're busy with our lives, moving, we forget about it. So it's like a habit that has to be built, and a habit, brushing teeth, whatever it is, takes a while to build. So
are you able to get BioTouch up there?
I give it to my girlfriend.
Right.
I work on a couple clients here. I do other work as well with massage therapy and some other certifications I have. I do a little bit, but I was, up until the lockdown happened, going to a retirement home here in Paradise Valley every week and working on the ladies there for the past few years.
Yeah.
And now I can't. So they're bummed. I'm bummed.
Right. So let me ask you this one. So you talked about doing it with your girlfriend, and this is lockdown time. Yes. Are you able to get your girlfriend to do some of the points on you?
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
yeah, greeting.
Really? Great.
Greeting, stress points. Yep. That's
Wonderful.
about all that's all.
Right.
She's not into touch as much as I am. I mean, as far as she's more, I don't know, into a different world than I'm more in the healing world. So for me, it's about doing it every day and helping every day. For her, unless I remind her, she won't do it, but when I do, she'll do it.
Well, that's the key we're trying to get to people. It's not about people believing in it. It's not that they have to be into the healing world, and just to, even like you said, do the greeting, do the little stress, or just A&A of the headset, and to be able to, and that's a perfect story, really. The fact that you're able to work with your partner, with someone who doesn't naturally do that stuff, and that's the key we're trying to break, is to get people to do that in their homes. That's a great story. So.
Yeah, it's a great, and thanks for reminding everybody, Howard, because we're saying this, that you can just start by doing the greeting. You can take that first step. You don't have to go full blown, because we know just doing the greeting is going to open the body to something. So, thanks for sharing that, because I think you're right. People, the timing thing, although we already know the greeting takes 30 seconds.
And that's if both people do it, right?
And that's both people doing it. But it's a place to start. And I think that's what's important here. And, we don't want to overwhelm anybody, but the greeting, just starting that is a great deal. So thanks for plugging that 30-day, 90-day thing for us.
So yeah, if you're all interested in that, go to our website, justtouch.com, and just plug into getting the first 10 pages of our training manual for free. Right. And Howard, we were just talking to somebody who's going to interview me in August about working on themselves. And of course, BioTouch is one person working on another. And so you have somebody living with you, and that's awesome. But we were just talking about this idea of working on yourself, and what we've come to realize in this virtual world here is, think about somebody working on you instead of just thinking about me and working on myself. If we picture another human being just doing that greeting on us, and we picture us touching another human being, just in that thought pattern, that thought vibration of the world, we're creating relationship until we can come face to face with one another. So it's easy to learn. So do you incorporate BioTouch into your massage practice?
Once in a while, it depends. But for some reason, I've always used Biotouch for me since it's a nonprofit, as something that I give
Mm-hmm.
without charging. So because of that, I've separated it from my charging sessions that I have.
Mm-hmm.
But I have with some
Uh-huh.
of my clients over the years, for sure. But mostly, if I'll do the Biotouch on its own.
Right. Do you think Biotouch can be effective for a massage therapist to incorporate into a massage?
Oh, correct. Yeah, definitely.
Uh-huh.
What I notice is it relaxes the nervous system, and it creates that. It's like logging in to the website, like logging into the system. So then the musculature and the skeletal system relaxes enough for me to get deeper with the deeper tissue work. Mm-hmm.
We're hearing the same from other massage therapists that we've had in our classes. So yeah.
Yeah, it's phenomenal for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, we want all those massage therapists out there to know, including nurses and doulas, that you can get continuing ed credits. I think you got some of your CE credits for taking the Biotouch class too, didn't you?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we can do it virtually. We have virtual trainings in it. We have either a full day one or 2 3.5 hour sessions one. You can get 8 CE credits for a very reasonable price. Go to our website, justtouch.com. I think Kai might be publicizing it here about our virtual training on a post on our Facebook page here. And, you're not going to get a better deal in the country for what we charge for our CE credits. And it really can be beneficial in helping relieve how much work a massage therapist has to do in having to push in there. Like you said, the body just sort of opens up and you can really get deep without a lot of pressure.
Yep.
So we always like to teach a little bit, and then we'll come back to Howard here, and he's going to share with us a little more about what he's doing. So we just want to teach you the stress set.
The stress set may be used to address any manifestation of physical, emotional, or mental stress, as well as anxiety and shingles. Hold at X, which is in the fleshy area just below the bottom of the breastbone. It is the same as greeting point 1. Then with the other hand touch points 1 and 2, which are the same points as in the heart set. These points are found by imagining a line running from the notch at the top of the breastbone to a place on the left breast where the nipple would be on a youth. Divide this imaginary line into thirds. Point 1 is at the top of the first third. Point 2 is at the top of the second third. These points may be touched repeatedly, and remember to touch each point for at least 6 to 8 seconds.
There you go. Does not get any simpler, folks. And I'll tell you, during this pandemic, coronavirus, lockdown, isolation, if all we could do is a little greeting and stress, we're already taking care of what I'm reading is a lot of the problem of why we're getting sick, why our immune system is so low, is because we're so stressed. So just to bring Biotouch into that, we're not going to cure anybody of anything, but we can certainly help the immune system get stronger so we can meet these viruses that are attacking upon us. Whatever you think about that. Howard, you do a lot of other things here for humanity and healing work. Tell us about what you've got coming up here, and I'm going to show your little website too.
Cool. Yeah, I started about almost a year ago now. A buddy of mine up here is a musician, and him and I wanted to get out inspirational music and motivational speakers and create an event that was live that we started here in Phoenix, where we had 4 speakers and 3 musicians throughout the whole day speaking at one of the resorts here, and it's called Raise Your Vibration. And the result we got was phenomenal. We had 150 attendees for our first event.
Wow.
Great.
So it was phenomenal. Yeah, we had some great vendors that were there and booths set up, and just the energy there definitely raised the vibration. So we had a second event in November, and that was a smaller little evening event. And then we were going to have a third event on May 2nd, a big day event here in Phoenix, and it ended up Corona hit. So kind of had to reevaluate everything and find out how we were going to do this online. So now, every week, every Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I've got Raise Your Vibration online. And Paul, you were a guest of ours about a month and a half ago. And Bev's going to be our guest here, hopefully in a month and a half or so. And every week we have, every week we have music, live music, mixed in with motivational speaker or someone talking about health and healing. We've had nutritionists, we've had music therapists. This week on Friday, we have a feng shui practitioner.
Yeah,
and she's
right
written
on.
a couple books. So yeah, so it's exciting and keeps going and keeps building with new guests every week. So right now we're booked up, till September.
Right on. So you can go to raiseyourvibrationevent.com. There's also a link on our Facebook feed here. And whether you want to participate, doesn't cost you anything, link on it and then show up. Or if you think you have something you want to share, contact Howard direct. We do have something we want to share. We have a workshop coming up this Thursday. It's on fibromyalgia. It's our health condition workshop. And I just realized today it's Dr. Tiffany Hodges. We used to have just Tiffany Hodges, but she is a DPT, which is a doctor of physical therapy. And so this is awesome. And we're going to tape it with her because she can't be in live. She'll be on the road. But that's going to be this Thursday, 6 p.m. It's Arizona time, not Ariona time. Arizona time. You can figure out what time that is for you. It'll be live on Facebook, and then we will share it on our YouTube and on our website. Also, just to remind you, there's CE credits for massage therapists, nurses, and doulas. Just go to justtouch.com/CE credits. This will be an awesome. She works a lot with fibromyalgia. So it'll be a great workshop. So I think we did it. Howard, it was awesome to have you here.
Awesome being here. Thank you. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So I appreciate it. Thanks for inviting me.
You bet.
Thanks for taking some time to be with us this morning, Howard. It was great to see you again.
You too, Bev.
All right, Bev, we did it. Another Mondays with Bev and Paul and Howard. And we'll see you all next week. It's been over 3 years that we've been doing this, and we just love it. So we'll see you all next week. And until then, just keep on touching.
Have a wonderful week, everyone.
Bye.
If pain has got you down and you live in town, take a trip down to Pima Street. The people down there are people who care. They will get you back on your feet. Put love into action. Put love into action. If you ever want to have any real satisfaction, choose love while you still can. Don't even try to understand. A healing grace in your own hands. Put love into action.